What is the secret behind the whisper pop queen's vocals? Why did she stop switching up her hair? And how Bille's parents helped her with a recent song with Rosalia for Euphoria. Hello, my name is Joy and here is Billie Eilish. Let's dive in. There are so many things to process. Soft is the new sexy. She doesn't need any provocative clothing to be noticed immediately. We all know Bille for her tender, almost whisper-like singing. If you're not paying attention, you can even miss the lyrics. Like, you don't have to be shouting to be good at singing, Bille said in one of her Vanity Fair interviews. For example, Bille recorded all of her vocals on the album When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, sitting cross-legged on her brother Phineas's bed. Perhaps that's what helps convey the sense of intimacy, the almost frightening trustworthiness with which her half-whispered voice tells these stories. But what loud messages she delivers with her soft vocals. Phobias, depression, anxiety, climate change, and yeah, she does it ASMR style. However, Bille's concerts are a celebration of life and filled with exuberant punk rock. While the internet is filled with lots of noise and yelling, this girl's voice is gentle and deep. She works her 10,000 hours. So how exactly does one go from a bedroom musician to an unconventional role model of our times? It's so easy to say it's all due to a special kind of training or rich parents, but Bille had none of those. Her first song that took the world by storm was written in her older brother Phineas's bedroom. They still create there together. No fancy studios needed, huh? Just as you notice the numerous keyboards between Murakami flower pillows, look around and pay attention to the writing on the wall. It says 10,000 hours. Seems like someone's been really into Malcolm Gladwell and his book mentioning this magical number of greatness. Before we made any songs together, we were like, what if we made music together? And he goes, I'm gonna make you the biggest pop star in the world, Bille says about Phineas. Just so you know, before 5 Grammys, writing the theme song for the James Bond movie and breaking all the major records in the music industry, there were the famous 10,000 hours. You can also do this. Your adventure starts right now. She messes around like an artist. We all remember Bille's iconic phrase from James Corden's Carpool Karaoke episode.
Making music is messing around. Like, there are some songs we wouldn't even have if we weren't messing around.
Let me explain. Bille didn't have an average childhood. She grew up in an extraordinary family. Her parents, both actors, even let her break one rule that defined her personality.
Hi, my name is Bille, and I'm going to play a song that I made up with this guitar.
In fact, from a very young age, Bille and her brother Phineas were allowed to stay up as late as they wanted if they were creating music or playing any musical instruments. So we had a rule that was like, no one is gonna push that away from you, Eilish said. You get to be creative when you feel creative. When the world is put on an indefinite hold, art is our shelter. So do as Bille does. Be random, create, and mess around as much as possible. She embraces her body as it is. In these times of oh-so-perfect lives and calculated style on social media, Bille offers us a human face. However, did you know she used to struggle so much with accepting her body? As a child, she took dance lessons, but her teacher said she wasn't thin enough to have a professional dancing career and participate in competitions. So she started starving herself and took special pills to lose weight. Honestly, I started wearing baggy clothes just because of my body, Eilish confessed. She didn't manage to lose the extra weight, but the medication caused the singer-to-be to start bedwetting. After this, Bille underwent lengthy treatment and visited a therapist to learn to accept herself. On October 12th, Billie Eilish appeared in public in tight clothes instead of her usual baggy clothes. She walked the streets of Los Angeles in a lace bra, tight beige top, and matching shorts. Journalists pointed out that the singer usually goes in oversized outfits to avoid showing off her figure. Eilish later urged followers to stop criticizing people with regular bodies in photos. Honesty rocks. You never know what to expect from her except that she'll be herself. Don't think so? Have a look at her Instagram. In a couple of weeks, we'll even see a documentary about Bille. The Worlds A Little Blurry. It'll be released on Apple TV Plus on February 26th, featuring both home movie footage and concert footage.
I like communication and I like, truth, so.
Our girl is in constant pursuit of sincerity, going further than where her teachers and predecessors left off. Lorde sang about depression, Beyoncé about cheating, and Lana Del Rey about lust in Trump-era America. Eilish told the truth about our anxious world. Her honesty as a public figure carries over into her lyrics, which makes her a much more believable character. Eilish's music is not post-truth, but post-honesty. The best kind of honesty that is possible in pop culture. She has no bad hair days. You know them, you love them, you're freaking inspired by them. Guess what? Me too. Bille's hairstyles are always a statement themselves. Actually, Bille revealed what role her hair plays in her life. It turns out that it's an important indicator of mental health for our girl. We've seen it change over and over again in the last 5 years, from platinum silver to bright blue and ink black. However, it's the iconic green roots that have been Bille's staple since July 2019. Her Instagram fans couldn't stop debating about why she was keeping the same hairstyle for so long, till she answered one of their comments. It's called not being depressed anymore, please just be happy for me. Here's a shocking fact. It's the longest she hasn't switched up her hair color since she was 13. Bille even joked on her Instagram stories. "I'm making you an album. I will not put it out if you keep making fun of my hair. Shut up." She always finds ways to almost break the internet. The rebel starlet revealed she'll probably change her neon green look after the drop of her Apple TV Plus documentary. "I'm changing it after the doc comes out," she said. "It'll be the end of an era. I'm giving you a new era. I have announcements to make." Duh. She tames her solitude. The whole world is still in love with Billboard's Women of the Year, but what about her significant other? As you know, Bille prefers to stay completely private about that part of her life. We've never heard much about her boyfriends. Without mentioning any names, Bille recalled never feeling truly empowered or desired in a relationship, always being trapped in quite toxic affairs. Possibly her new documentary will shed some light on this troubling experience that shaped her. Among lots of interviews with Bille's friends and family, the film claims to reveal some intimate details of a romantic relationship she never mentioned publicly. "That was a huge part of my life," Eilish said, "and nobody knew it. It was this main thing that was taking control of my life." However, Bille is in a better place now. She's learned to practice more self-love. Her new Vanity Fair cover story claims, "I'm glad every day that I'm single, but I'm also not out here pushing people away. I'd be fine to have somebody, but I don't." Though now she has a new album coming out and lots of projects to reveal, we have no doubt the moment will come and this person will be everything she wants. She heals herself with music. For Eilish, creating music is not just a way to express herself, it's literally her best cure. Do you know Bille was diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome just around the time Ocean Eyes took off? The way this 19-year-old artist channels her pain and fears in a healing through her art is just amazing. I think music is a great therapy for her, but it's her own music and it's her performing. She doesn't suffer from Tourette's during performance, says Phineas O'Connell. As she addressed the crowds of her fans, known as the Avocados, Bille is never afraid to get vocal about her mental issues, quite typical for her generation. "I look into the crowd and I see every single person in there is going through something," Eilish shares. "I have the same problem. I was like, why don't I turn this into art instead of just living with it?" Even her nightmares, which she used to draw as a kid, have become major inspiration for her visuals. She's been to dark places and manages to speak about it.
"You guys need to be okay, because y'all are the reason I'm okay?"
She stands up for good. During her last intimate interview with Vanity Fair, Bille mentioned the best thing about being famous is having a voice and a platform, speaking up on important issues and making real change. Do you remember her ecological activism in Our House is on Fire? No wonder Bille's concern has also spread into her music. She sang about wildfires in California in All the Good Girls Go to Hell.
What do you hope the world will look like when you're 80?
Girl, I'm not gonna live till 80. None of us are. You kidding me? We have 10 years left.
On top of that, she's proud to popularize vegan ethics and wanted to make her 2020 world tour the most eco-friendly possible. What does that mean? Well, no plastic straws on her gigs. And fans would have to bring their own refillable water bottles. It's really impressive to see a young star showing such maturity and consciousness. Family is her place of power. As you already know, Eilish has an extraordinary connection with her family. They are such a creative household. Can you believe her parents put the finishing touches on her last single? A stunning collaboration with Rosalia that you've probably heard in our favorite Euphoria. We couldn't even dream of such a crossover. However, who knows if this song would have been revealed to the world without Bille's mom and dad? During one of their traditional Friday movie nights, Bille and her brother Phineas decided to play their new unfinished Rosalia song to the whole family. "We were all giving ideas," Bille said. So technically, they should have a writing credit because we all wrote that line right at the end. Now you know where her creative genes come from. Her mom was an actress and a screenwriter. You've seen her cameo in Friends, while Bille's dad scored parts in Iron Man, The West Wing, and Supergirl. Bille still has this sincere childhood mindset. She's grateful, curious, and eccentric in the best way possible.
What my 12-year-old self, and suddenly I woke up and this was my life, how would I look at it? And what would I be like, oh my God, that right now I'm taking for granted?
Yes, she's 19 and gives better advice than anyone else. "I'm trying to show everybody that I'm a girl. I'm 5'4", and you can do anything you want, no matter what your gender. It's your world, too."
Thank you, everybody. Woo!
Guys, are you as in love with Billie Eilish as we are? Have you ever felt cured by her art? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please also check out our video, 4 Tough Moments That Almost Broke Her. And as always, stay awesome.